Good evening, and good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to God First Christ Gang Media News. Welcome to God First Christ Gang Media News, y'all. I'm your host, Brian Taylor Bridges. Welcome to God First Christ Gang Media News, y'all. Come on in for a brief moment. Got a very bizarre case, as always, you all, out of New Mexico, where dating apps are stupid. I said it, dating apps are absolutely stupid. Uh, Man, this one is a crazy one. But here we have a young man who pretended to be a police officer just to better his resume on a dating app. Good afternoon, Carl, bro. Welcome today. Thank you for joining me. Man, we have a man out of New Mexico, Barlilo County, who was impersonating a police officer, you all, just to get a favor, might I say favor, to better his resume, might I say, on this Tinder dating app. So this was, again, very bizarre, and this man quite naturally overplayed his role, you all. And I'm here, not here to advocate for dating apps, nothing of this nature. I think it's very stupid when you have to pretty much lie to somebody all day. You know, you're sitting on these apps, pretty much lying to different people, telling them you may be a rocket scientist and you are nothing of a nature, you all. So in this case, man, this man, not only did he have uniforms, I mean more than one uniform, but he also took pictures next to a police car, so forth and so on. So again, this one was crazy. Not only did he have his own police vehicle in which he perceived to show on these particular dating app, but again, he had multiple guns, so forth and so on, you all. When they arrested the man, he not only, like I said, had firearms, extra clips, but he also had some brass knuckles, you all. So I don't know what the young man had perceived. Quite naturally, he had then played this role so much he began to believe that he was actually a police officer, you all. And this young man went to his old high school where he went back and tried to talk to teachers, walked around this particular school with a loaded firearm, and took pictures with other officers, you know. So, like I said, man, this one was quite off the rocker, man. And I do have the news article I'm going to share with you all, and also a news clip that I would like to share also. But again, man, dating apps are very stupid, you know, because again, you have to sit on there and lie to people, make up different stories about who they perceive you to be. You know, and it's best to be honest in these type of situations. It's best to kind of let people know exactly who you are and where you come from, because you want people to really accept you for you. You know, if you want to pretend to be somebody, pretend to be the BFI, be BFI man, you know. This way you can actually see people accepting you for who you actually are, you know. Again, you have to pretend to be all these different people. I always thought these particular dating apps was just only ways to hook up with different females, so forth and so on. But and this is exactly what most of these apps are designed to do. So either you lying to somebody or somebody lying to you, man. So that's why I'm all the way old school, you know. I believe that people should actually meet each other by design, by destiny, you know, is the way that God actually intended for us to actually meet one another, you all. So before I get off into this news article, copyright disclaimer under Title 17, USC Sections 107, allowances made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is permitted by the copyright statute and might otherwise be infringed. Non-profit education and personal use tips to balance in favor of fair use. Tips to balance in favor of fair use. Good afternoon, Jubin. Thank you for joining me also, brother. Like I said again, man, I had this young man who not only did he pretend to be a police officer, but as I'm saying, he overplayed his role. He was on this particular dating site advertising that he was a sheriff, that he had pretty much went applied for one police station, and he worked for them for years, and then saying he went to another police station that was not too far from where this particular police station had been, you all. Now you had a sheriff, he upset and quietly, highly upset at this young individual who is now facing 18 months on just impersonating an officer, not to consider that he also carried this particular firearm on a school campus, you all. So again, I did read my copyright disclaimer, so I'm going to take a minute and go ahead and read the article. As always, I did leave a link in the description of the picture below, you all. It's a man charged after posting sheriff deputies and taking a gun onto school campus, you all. So again, this was after he had posted. He had also made trips to his old high school, just to kind of show these particular people that he was an upstanding citizen, that he had became quite an upstanding man, you all. And not only did he try to go about the right way of trying to get into this particular police department when they denied him twice. Again, he had went through all the procedures. He had went to the little basic training, I guess, what have you, and had failed twice, you all, and did not become the police officer that he had set out to do. So he did not accept no for an answer. He was not hearing it, you all. So the man, I don't know where he went got these uniforms for, but again, it was more than one. The man may have had 3 or 4 outfits of these particular police unit uniforms, where he can change different colors and, probably put on the tactical sheriff department uniform one day and then have his little regular deputy patrol uniform the next day, you all. So this is what I'm saying, man. They are also investigating to try to find out where did he get these particular uniforms, because they are not some of these military stores, things of this nature, they have police gear, you all. They usually sell to people that are actually sheriffs, you all. You have to come in and pretty much identify yourself to get these certain stocks, these certain shirts, these certain badges, so forth and so on. Well, this might be a can of mace that they are actually using, you all. This is one thing that you have to identify, so they are really diligently trying to find out where this young man got these uniforms from, you all. So again, this happened in Bernalillo County, New Mexico, you all. It said a man who in Bernalillo County, sheriff deputy say posted as a deputy on a dating app, is also being charged with pretending to be a deputy while on APS, you all, APS campus, according to criminal complaints, you all. So they said in court documents, or the Bernalillo County Sheriff's Office claims Rico Treshawn Dukes, you all, went to Volcano Vista High School on April the 19th to visit his teachers while wearing a uniform with the badge and 2 shoulder patches, you all. It said court documents say Dukes also had a firearm on his hip at that time that he visited this particular school. It said documents say Dukes walked around with another person at the Volcano Vista High School, where he allegedly was a former student, you all. So again, the young man was a former student. It said deputies say Deuce also proceeded as a deputy on the dating app Tinder, you all. So this is one of the things that had gotten them quite upset, to see him actually on this dating app posing, he blowing kisses, so forth and so on, you all, but pretty much playing his role as a police officer. It said Deuce posted several photos to the dating app profile on Tinder posing as a deputy, including the photos where he was wearing a deputy belt with firearms, you all. It said deputy said another photo, including a fully marked patrol unit that they say Deuce claimed as his own, you all. So again, it said during the search warrant, deputies found an additional handgun holster and two holster attachments, you all. It said the Valco sheriff patch and handcuffs and the keys, you all. So again, it said the black long sleeve polo shirt with holes cut out of both shoulders and left the breast in the shape of a badge, two patches and a badge of unfired 9mm projectiles, you all. So again, man, the man had everything, you name it, to identify himself as a police officer. Like I said, had he not gone to this particular school and been on this dating app, no telling how long he would have been a local police officer, you all. But this man was actually playing out this role. It said on April the 19th, Vista High School, he went on Vista High School. On April the 20th, he went to a dinner on a dinner date with a woman while wearing one of these uniforms. It said on April the 24th at both American Freight and Rainbow, Jim and Glitter Nails, you all. So he had also went to one of these nail shops where I guess one of these ladies was probably in there getting his feet done or whatever. So he wanted to pull up like he was a real patrolman. So again, it said court records say that Rico applied for the BCSOs on 2 occasions and was not hired, you all. So again, this is one of the things, man. Like I said, he had tried to go about it the right way. Now, I don't know why the young brother was not accepted the right way. I mean, there's so many other people that had actually become police officers who were not deserving of this particular job, you all. So I'm pretty sure that this man had had said in his heart that he was going to be an upstanding police officer one day, you all. But as I said, as they denied him these 2 times, not once but twice, he took matters into his own hand and said nobody is going to keep him from being a police officer, you all. So again, I do have the young man when he had got pulled over and was arrested this particular day. And like I said, the thing that was most bizarre to me was that, like I said, he not only had a couple guns and so forth and so on, and loaded magazine, because people often walk around with their firearms, so forth and so on. So this is not the most bizarre thing to me, but they was also pulling out multiple clips out of his pocket and brass knuckles. Now, what a police officer need brass knuckles for? I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure it's to knock somebody out. And I don't know if he was in these particular suburban neighborhoods or where he was actually at, where he may have pulled over a couple people. Like I say, man, ain't no telling with this young man, but man, this was a very bizarre case. And I do have a small clip of him went the day he actually got arrested. Yeah, man, it was crazy, Carl. He was on there failing to become an impersonator. Yeah, man, like a mug. Like I say, he could have been a basketball player. He could have impersonated a lawyer, a doctor. It's so many things you can impersonate to actually impersonate a police officer, where you're going to go get these particular uniforms and play this role, man. You have to be real gutsy to do that, man. But this man did. So again, I'm gonna show y'all where he got arrested. And like I say, man, they pulled out brass knuckles. They pulled out the whole 9 with the young man.
Keep your hands up. Follow my command. Step out slowly. Keeping your hand up. Close your door and walk towards me. If you reach for that gun, you will be shot. Keep your hands up. Keep them up higher, man. Stop. Do not reach for that firearm.
And again, he got a nice little shiver and everything, but again, I feel to show you another clip also.
Anybody else in the car?
The man got the patches and everything, man. He not only did he have badges, but he had the matching patches also. So these patches are issued separately from the uniform, actually. He got clipped, look, brass knuckles, everything, man. This dude, hey, man, he ready for combat. Yeah, man, this here was, like I say, man, one of the most bizarre things I done seen in a while. I mean, again, you doing all this to impress people on a dating app, He could actually been impersonating a football player or something, Like I say, I don't know how these particular guys feel like they're gonna get away with such a thing and make it publicly known that they are actually officers. Like I said, man, you have to be one gutsy person, man. So, man, dating apps are crazy. But then these officers felt
a reaction is what our community's thinking.
An Albuquerque man arrested after investigators say he impersonated a deputy and showed up to an Albuquerque school with a gun on his hip.
As Edgar Sachs-Lineker explains, this was not the first time he's played dress up.
What would you do for love?
We have people that are supposed to be trusting in us, and we have somebody out there faking to be a deputy.
And that fake deputy, 26-year-old Rico Trayshawn Dukes. Investigators say he posted these photos on Tinder, pretending to be a Bernalillo County deputy.
Look, he had the little car and everything, man. He had pulled up, he had pulled up on side of a police patrol car and jumped out and took a picture on side.
Earlier this month, Dukes matched with a county employee on the dating app, sending her several messages detailing his alleged police work. One reading, "I did 1 year with APD. That was horrible, so I lateral over to BCSO." But his love for the uniform didn't stop there. April 19th, he showed up at Volcano Vista High School in the same uniform and a gun on his waistband, even posting these photos on social media.
It's just so sad to think.
And again, he went to his school, like I say, everybody want to go back to their school and, kind of show that, I became, you kind of want to put some of these teachers to shame, because they pretty much said you was going to be a bad person, so forth and so on, and you come back, you a whole police officer, man, I don't know what's up with the little brother, man, but this then pretty much sealed his deal on not being a police officer, and pretty much in that area, maybe he should go to another state and give it a try again, man, man, I wish him the best, like I said, when he come out, maybe he could be a police officer during Halloween time or something, again, I wouldn't advise anybody to be out there impersonating a police officer. We did some of these things as kids, played cops and robbers. Everybody wanted to be, you didn't want to be a robber all the time. You didn't want to go to jail. Everybody got tired of going to jail, so they wanted to be a police officer in their younger days. But, man, it's such a hard job and such a hard responsibility for some people. And a lot of people are out there abusing their authority, so forth and so on. I kind of thought this was a cool story, something we can actually laugh from and learn from, you all. So again, man, y'all don't want to hold y'all too long. Thank y'all for joining me tonight, man. Go off for Christ gang. Peace. We out. Thank y'all, bro. One love. Peace.